Hi and welcome to the Communications Department of the Fire Brigade Union here at Head Office. We're joined again by the General Secretary, Matt Wrack. Matt, we've announced considerable strike action today. Why the escalation now?
Yeah, obviously again not good news in terms of us being forced to take strike action again. Nobody wants to be here, but the Executive Council's considered all the factors, the background, the discussions that have been going on, and feel that because the government is ploughing ahead with its determination to force through the new pension regulations, and those are approaching very quickly, we're advised by mid-August, that we feel we need to maximise the pressure and express the anger of our members at the fact that the government is doing that despite our opposition, despite all the evidence we've presented over the years. So that's why we've taken this decision. We've also based it on feedback from around the country on the last round of 8 days of action. We've done a debrief on that, we've assessed the strengths and weaknesses of that, and we've called a further round of, as you say, significant action.
And we've got a new Fire Minister now in the recent reshuffle. Any difference there?
Yeah, we have a new Fire Minister at Westminster, Penny Mordaunt, and we met her on the 17th of July. So that was very useful to meet her, and it was a very friendly meeting. In that meeting we set out very clearly, and you know, we have to appreciate the fact we were given the time to do that. We set out very clearly the key issues that the union has with the government's attack on our pensions. You know, the issue that thousands of firefighters are having their pensions ripped up despite what they've paid in over many years, very expensive pension scheme, and the protection arrangements are inadequate. We raised the question of the cost of the scheme, one of the most expensive schemes in the public or private sector, and they've done nothing to address that. We raised the question of fitness and capability, and the fact that as people get older their fitness will decline, and whether they can even achieve a full pension under their proposals, and our concerns about that. So the whole issue about the affordability, sustainability of the scheme, and it being unworkable and not taking account of the work of the Fire and Rescue Service. So we were able to express all of that. However, I have to be absolutely clear to people that despite that discussion, the new minister was not able to say that she was willing to move on any of those key points. That's been expressed further in correspondence between ourselves, and that's really another factor in why the Executive Council's taken that decision.
And again, no action taking place in either Northern Ireland or Scotland. Why the different approach?
No, and I hope members appreciate that it's a very complex situation in terms of the pensions issue itself, because pensions are complicated, but also it's complicated for us because of devolution, because you've got separate legislation covering England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. So we're dealing with different ministers. We're dealing with a different minister in Scotland, different minister in Wales, different minister in Northern Ireland. In Scotland we have some continuing dialogue about some of the key issues that they've already made assurances, you know, 9 months ago about no job, no pension, about trying to achieve better arrangements for members' pensions. Those discussions are still going on, and that's been acknowledged by the Executive Council in not calling action there. In Northern Ireland, I think even more, even greater difference from what we face in Westminster, and that's that a scheme has now been proposed that includes a normal pension age of 55. That's the only scheme anywhere under the new proposals for the 2015 going forward, anywhere in the UK. So that's quite remarkable. That it's not a perfect scheme, and we've now briefed the regional committee in Northern Ireland, and we've gone through the benefits and some of the downsides of it. And we're now going to be talking to members about that, but again, no action called as a result of that. In Wales, although it's a different minister, they haven't moved on anything currently, so action is being called in Wales.
And finally, as firefighters now prepared to take to the picket lines again, what's your message to FBU members?
I suppose my message to members and on behalf of the Executive Council is first of all to thank members. I think they have been absolutely magnificent for 3 years really, throughout the whole of the campaign, but particularly since we won the ballot and then we started taking strike action. Time and again they've demonstrated that determination, solidarity and unity. One thing that always I find magnificent is I've been on picket lines where people who are in their last week of service are due to retire, so will gain nothing from the strike action, but they've taken strike action side by side to protect the pensions of their colleagues and people in the future. And it's only because people in the past stuck together, that we won improvements in pay, in hours and in pensions. Unfortunately, people are now trying to take those off us, the gains that previous generations fought for. So I think our members have been magnificent. I think we need to stay strong, we need to stick together, and we'll get through this together.
Matt, thanks very much. And don't forget, you can stay up to date via the union's website, which is www.fbu.org.uk. Thanks very much.